So we are starting with the concentration of chapter number 2 is matter around us pure. Before this we have studied about the solutions जहाँ पे हमने दो type of solutions पढ़े थे, saturated solution and unsaturated solution, dilute solution and concentrated solution. Then we have studied about the components of solute. Components of solute के अंदर we have studied about solute and solvent. Okay, अब ये solute और solvent के ही basis पे there was division. अगर solute बहुत ज़्यादा है and the solvent is less, then that type of concentration is that type of solution is called as concentrated solution. And if the solute is less and the solvent is more, then that type of solution is called as dilute solution. Okay, दो तरीके के सॉल्यूशन पढ़े थे, मैंने आपको बना के भी दिखाए थे. आई एम शोइंग यू अगेन. सी, ऐसा मैंने आपको पहले भी दिखाया था. Where you can see the color of this glass is very lighter as compared to the color of this glass, which means that this solution is concentrated because solute ज़्यादा है and solvent is less. And this solution is dilute because the solute is less and the solvent is more. Solvent जैसे कि liquid कोई भी, फॉर एग्जाम्पल वाटर, एंड सॉल्यूट कोई सॉलिड जैसे कि शुगर हो गया, ग्लूकोन डी हो गया, सॉल्ट हो गया. ओके, सो अब देखिए कॉन्सेंट्रेशन जो है वो काफी जगह यूज होता है इन योर किचन, इन केमिस्ट्री लैब ऑल्सो. अब जैसे कि फॉर एग्जाम्पल ग्लूकोन डी ही बनाना है, ऐसा नहीं होता है कि वन डे यू आर ड्रिंकिंग एंड यू आर एडिंग 1 स्पून ऑफ ग्लूकोन डी टू वाटर and another day you are adding 2 spoons of glucon D and the third day you are adding half spoon of glucon D. आपको पता है कि एक फिक्स्ड अमाउंट मुझे एक ग्लास वाटर में डालनी है. तो हाउ डू यू नो अबाउट इट? वी नो अबाउट इट थ्रू कॉन्सेंट्रेशन. कॉन्सेंट्रेशन का मतलब है उसकी स्ट्रेंथ क्या है, समझते हैं आप. फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपने जो है शिकंजी बनाई है और एक शिकंजी बहुत ही मीठी बन गई है और एक बहुत ही फीकी बन गई है, तो स्ट्रेंथ किसकी ज्यादा है? जो कि बहुत मीठी बन गई है, यानी कि उसकी कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ज्यादा हो गई. और किसकी कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ज्यादा हो गई? द concentration, the strength, the amount of solute is more. So what is concentration? Concentration is the amount of solute. It is the strength of solute. In what? In the solution. Okay. So kitna amount of solute is there in the solution is its concentration. And how do you determine the concentration? We can determine the concentration by many methods, and one of the method is percentage method. Okay, and this percentage method could be divided into 3 ways. There are 3 ways by which you can determine the concentration. You can determine it by mass, W by W. You can determine it by volume, V by V. And you can also determine it by W by V. Okay, W by W is mass by mass. V by V is volume by volume. W by V is mass by volume. Now, what should be there in the numerator and what should be in the denominator? See, mass of what? हमने किसकी concentration determine करनी है? Solution की. और उसमें क्या? So, mass of solute upon mass of solution into 100. 100 क्यों किया? Because this is percentage method. So mass of solute upon mass of solution into 100 is W by W method. Then V by V method. क्या लिखा है हमने? Volume upon volume. सेम फॉर्मूला, लेकिन ये चेंज हो जाएगा, वॉल्यूम ऑफ सॉल्यूट अपॉन वॉल्यूम ऑफ सॉल्यूशन into 100, and then you have W by V, which is mass upon volume. So mass of solute upon mass of volume of solution into 100. तो ये तीन मेथड्स हैं. अब देखिए हम एक एक मेथड को समझने की कोशिश करते हैं कैसे. See, for example, मैंने आपके सामने ये वाला ग्लास शो किया, ठीक है. एंड इन दिस ग्लास आई एम टेलिंग यू कि इसके अंदर 100 ml ऑफ वाटर है. कितना वाटर है? 100 ml. एंड मैंने कहा कि इसके अंदर आई हैव एडेड 2 स्पून्स ऑफ ग्लूकोन डी. नाउ 2 स्पून्स में जो 1 स्पून मेरा मेजर करता है वो अराउंड है 5 ग्राम्स. ओके, 1 स्पून जो मेजर कर रहा है वो कितना है? अराउंड 5 ग्राम्स. तो 2 स्पून्स कितना मेजर करेगा? दैट विल बी अराउंड 10 ग्राम्स. तो हमने सॉल्यूट कितना डाला है? 10 ग्राम्स. और हमारे इस पूरे ग्लास में वाटर जो है सॉल्यूशन के साथ, सॉल्यूट के साथ कितना है? दैट इज 100 ml. तो हम इसमें कौन सा फॉर्मूला लगाएंगे? ऊपर है हमारे पास मास और नीचे है हमारे पास वॉल्यूम. सो मास ऑफ सॉल्यूट अपॉन वॉल्यूम ऑफ सॉल्यूशन. अब मास है हमारे पास सॉल्यूट का कितना? 10. और हमारे पास वॉल्यूम ऑफ सॉल्यूशन कितना है? इट इज 100. और परसेंटेज निकालने के लिए यू विल मल्टीप्लाई इट बाय 100. सो द आंसर विल बी 10%. सो ये जो हमने ग्लूकोन डी बनाया था, what is its concentration? It's 10% W by V. Okay, हमेशा ध्यान रहे कि जब आप डिनोमिनेटर में मास ऑफ सॉल्यूशन लिख रहे हैं तो इट विल बी ऑलवेज सॉल्यूट प्लस सॉल्वेंट. क्योंकि एक पूरे सॉल्यूशन का जो मास है, जो वेट है, जो वॉल्यूम है, that will be equal to the solute plus solvent. Okay, so I have told you 3 formulas. W by W, that is mass by mass percentage. V by V, that is volume by volume percentage. W by V, that is mass by volume percentage. Now let's take one more example for this. We have sent 3 examples in the PDF. Try to solve it by yourself. In case of any problem, आप मुझसे पूछ सकते हैं, any of your teacher. So, for example, I am saying you need 37 grams of KCl, that is potassium chloride, to make saturated solution of 150 grams. So I'm saying 37 grams of KCl is required to make saturated solution of 150 grams. So क्या फॉर्मूला लगाएंगे? Again mass by mass, W by W. So 37 upon 150 into 100. Whatever the percentage will come, that will be its concentration. Now अगर मैं यहाँ पे solution न लिख के सिर्फ क्या लिखती? सॉल्वेंट, तो क्या हो जाता? ऊपर आता 37 बिकॉज मास ऑफ सॉल्यूट इज 37. नाउ सॉल्यूशन का मास कैसे निकालेंगे? सॉल्यूट प्लस सॉल्वेंट. सो 37 प्लस 150 into 100. So 37 upon 187 into 100. So whatever the answer will come, that will be X percentage. So this is how you calculate the concentration of any solution. Okay. See, Prachi Kaushik, you are saying I have taken 100 gram. I said that is the mass of water present in the solution. यानी कि ये पूरा का पूरा ग्लास में कितना प्रेजेंट है, वाटर प्लस ग्लूकॉन डी. मैंने पढ़ाते हुए भी बेटा आपको बोला था, तो दैट मीन्स कि वो पूरा मैंने सॉल्यूशन के लिए बताया था. ठीक है, एम आई क्लियर प्राची? Okay, any problem to anyone? See, आजकल everybody is using sanitizer. तो sanitizers में आपके घर में जो भी sanitizer है, you can see कि पीछे उसके ingredients लिखे हुए होते हैं. And ingredients में you can see वो alcohol के लिए लिखते हैं. For example, 60% alcohol is there in this sanitizer. Now, what does it mean कि 60% alcohol है? इसका मतलब है 60% का मतलब है 60 ml of alcohol is there in 100 ml of solution. Now ये solution तो वो determine कर रहे हैं कि कौन सा solvent उन्होंने use किया है, वो उनके ऊपर है. Now जब भी आपके पास percentage के आगे कोई भी number लिखा होता है, for example I said 70% of alcohol, this means 70 ml of alcohol in 100 ml of solution. So these are the ways by which you can find concentration. Other than this, there are various methods such as molarity, molality, formality, normality. ये सारे जो हैं you will study in higher classes. In 9th class, you'll study these three methods: W by W, W by V, and V by V. Okay. Now let's come to the next topic. That is colloids. So we are going to study about colloids now. See, homogeneous mixtures में we have studied about true solution, and मैं उसके सिर्फ points लिख देती हूँ. आपने size of particles पढ़ा था उसमें. You have studied about the size of particle. Then you have studied about the separation method. Then you have studied about the Tyndall effect. And here you will study one more thing, that is Brownian motion. See, first thing for colloids. Colloids appear to be homogeneous, but they are actually heterogeneous. एक बात और ध्यान रहे, homogeneous या heterogeneous नहीं है, ये कोई genius नहीं है. This is genus. Genus means composition. Homo means same. Hetero means different. So different composition वाले होते हैं colloids and suspension, and homogeneous same composition वाले होते हैं solutions. So we are studying about colloids today. Colloids are heterogeneous mixtures and they appear to be homogeneous. यानी कि वो actually हमें दिख रहा है कि same composition का है throughout, but it is actually heterogeneous. In this, the size of particle is very very small that it cannot be seen with the naked eyes. इसलिए we think that it is homogeneous. And actually the size is between 1 to 100 nanometer. Nanometer, I've already told you, it is equal to 10 raised to power minus 9 of meters. Okay, so the size of particle is very, very small. Then separation. How will you separate a colloid? Colloid you cannot separate by filtration. Filter through you cannot separate it. Okay, see, for example, I'm showing this glass of milk to you all. You can see आप इसके अंदर कोई भी फैट या कोई भी प्रोटीन का पार्टिकल नहीं देख सकते. You cannot see any particle of fat or any particle of protein. Why? because you think that this is a homogeneous mixture, but actually what it is heterogeneous, because it is made up of proteins, enzymes and fatty acids along with water, which means कि ये क्या है, it is heterogeneous. Okay, so हम अगर इसी मिल्क को फिल्टर के थ्रू पास कर देंगे, आपके घर में चाय छलनी है और मैंने मिल्क को पास कर दिया ऐसे ही, मलाई वाला नहीं, विदाउट मलाई, सो व्हाट विल हैपन, पूरा का पूरा मिल्क दूसरे ग्लास में चला जाएगा. यू कैन नॉट सेपरेट द पार्टिकल्स ऑफ मिल्क थ्रू फिल्ट्रेशन. मैंने उसे बहुत देर के लिए रखा, तो will it sediment down, will it settle down? It will not settle down, so it cannot be separated by the method of sedimentation as well. So how will you separate it? For this we need a technique which is called as centrifugation. We need a technique which is termed as centrifugation. In very simple terms, you can think of a hand blender or a juicer mixer grinder at your home. वो क्या है? That is a centrifugation machine. Centrifugation machine uses a force which is called as centrifugal force. And in this type of separation method क्या होता है? दो तरीके के पार्टिकल्स होते हैं, एक होते हैं डेंसर और एक होते हैं लाइटर. डेंसर आर द वन विच आर हेवी एंड लाइटर्स विच आर जो हल्के हैं वेट के अंदर. सो यू विल सी जो डेंसर पार्टिकल्स होते हैं वो क्या हो जाएंगे, डेंसर पार्टिकल वो एक्सिस से दूर होने शुरू हो जाएंगे एंड लाइटर पार्टिकल्स जो है वो एक्सिस की तरफ आने शुरू हो जाएंगे. You will be able to separate the denser particles, lighter part, and which technique that we have used? We have used centrifugation. So for any colloid, the method of separation will be centrifugation. And what is the principle of centrifugation? Centrifugation uses a force which is called as centrifugal force, where a colloid is spun at a high speed. Spun का मतलब आप समझते हैं, इसको रोटेट किया है किस पे? At high speed. And in this the centrifugal force is acting, and when it acts, तो कुछ particles जो denser हैं that will move away from the axis and lighter will move towards the axis, and this is how you can separate the components of colloid. Okay, so method of separation will be centrifugation. Then third is Tyndall effect. Tyndall effect के बारे में हमने last class में भी discuss किया था. And what is Tyndall effect? Tyndall effect is the scattering of light and how light scatters. Light scatter कैसे होगी? See, अगर मैंने एक beaker लिया है and in this beaker I have taken a colloidal solution and through a torch, आप इसे घर में भी करके देख सकते हैं, you pass a light through it. Now particles are somewhat bigger than solution, you know. Particles, okay Shreya, after this I'll explain the centrifugation again. Wait for some time. Particles of colloids are bigger than solution. So when the light will pass through it, it will scatter and the path of light will become visible. आप घर पे भी इस ग्लास के अंदर मिल्क लीजिएगा एंड लाइट ऑफ करके टॉर्च के थ्रू या लेजर लाइट के थ्रू you try to pass the light, you will see the path of the light will become visible. क्यों? क्योंकि इसके particles जो हैं इस light को फैला देंगे, they will scatter it, which means the colloidal solution show Tyndall effect and they also show Brownian motion. Brownian motion भी हमने पढ़ा है in first chapter, which is the random zigzag movement of the particles. Okay, So this was about the properties of colloid. Sizes between 1 to 100 nanometer. Separation is done by centrifugation. It shows Tyndall effect and it also shows Brownian motion. Let's study one more thing, that is the components of colloids. See, solution के दो components होते हैं. अभी मैंने क्लास इसी से स्टार्ट करी थी. Solute and solvent. Colloid के अंदर this solute has been given another name, that is dispersed phase. And solvent is dispersing medium. So the solute in the colloid is called as dispersed phase and the solvent in the colloid is called as dispersing medium. Okay, so dispersed phase होता है solute और यही solute किसमें dissolve किया जाता है? In the dispersing medium. So solute और solvent के basis पे colloids are of variety. And ये variety जो है, I have given you in a table. The table will be given in the PDF. I am taking only 3 examples. See, 3 examples that I am taking are sol, emulsion and foam. इसके अलावा भी बहुत सारे हैं, aerosols है, gel forms है, that you can study from your PDF. बहुत easy है, सिर्फ dispersed phase और dispersed medium का फर्क है. For example, dispersed medium सबके अंदर क्या है? Liquid है. और dispersed phase, for example, एक के अंदर solid, then liquid, and then gas. So solid dispersed phase है, and if it is dissolved in a liquid, then it forms a sol. For example, dyes, paints, ये सब क्या है? Colloids हैं, जिसमें dispersed phase होता है solid और dispersing medium होता है liquid. Then liquid in liquid. Liquid in liquid का example क्या होगा? For example, milk. ये क्या होगा? और इसको हम बोलते हैं emulsion. We call it as emulsion. And gas in liquid, इसके अंदर क्या example होगा? इसको हम बोलते हैं foam. For example, whipped cream जो आती है हमारे पास वो foam है. And emulsion के अंदर you can also say mayonnaise, उसके अंदर liquid जो है वो liquid के अंदर dissolve है. ऐसी variety of colloids आपके पास है. We have fog, we have mist. These are all the examples of colloid. Okay, some of you are asking about, let me see. Dispersed phase, dispersed medium, Brownian motion, and centrifugation. Okay. Somebody has asked me about dispersed phase and dispersing medium. देखिए, you can study it through solution. Solution के अंदर there are 2 components. You see, solute and solvent. Where solute is dissolved in the solvent. Similarly, colloids के लिए भी we have a solute and a solvent, but a name has been given to them. The solute in the colloid is called as dispersed phase, and the solvent in the colloid is called as dispersing medium. It can be solid in solid, liquid in solid, or gas in solid. बहुत सारे हैं, एग्जाम्पल पूरे टेबल में मैंने दे रखा है. यू कैन ऑल्सो सी इन योर NCERT. ओके, तक्ष त्यागी बेटा, व्हाई आर यू रोमिंग व्हेन द क्लास इज गोइंग ऑन? Okay, somebody has asked me about Brownian motion. See, first chapter जब हमने पढ़ा था, मैंने Brownian motion मैंने पढ़ाया था, but I don't think you remember it. Brownian motion मैंने बताया था कि रॉबर्ट ब्राउन ने एक बीकर के अंदर वाटर लिया and he dropped some pollen grains in it, and he observed that the pollen grains were randomly moving here and there. So magnifying glass से देखा. This was called as Brownian motion. The random, zigzag movement of particles is called as Brownian motion. And this is termed as Brownian motion because it was discovered by Robert Brown. Khushi and Khyati, there must be problem from your side because the network issue or something else. Because my voice is, I think, clear to everyone. My video is going on in the laptop also. So there is no problem of voice from my side. Okay, Brownian motion was given by Robert Brown. Therefore, it is termed as Brownian motion. And it is the random zigzag movement of the particle. So the particles of colloid are also moving randomly. Therefore, they are showing Brownian motion. Okay. What else? और क्या problem है किसी को? Any problem to anyone? You can send it to me in chat. I'll discuss it. We have few minutes left for the meeting. I can discuss with you all. You can stop the recording. यानी कि सर discussion कर लेते हैं. Let me ask few questions to you all. Okay, somebody is